Good evening. It's 18th of December and it's Friday at 9 o'clock, which means it's quiz night and quiz time. I know a few of you have finished for Christmas today. I know I did. So to them, I'd just like to say cheers. So, questions tonight. We've got 5 rounds: TV and film, history, music, science and nature, and 10 questions to end on the general knowledge. That's 50 questions in total. There's a few ways of doing this. You can do YouTube through your TV. If you've got a smart TV, you can do it online, through your phone even. But it's easy to get people involved if you just want to get them onto this and create a group on WhatsApp. That way you can have a bit of banter as you're playing. You can send them the link either to the Facebook page or of course straight direct to the YouTube channel. Have a bit of a chat. Anybody who's on their own, you can either get a piece of paper together and play against each other in the same room, or you play against other members of family in other households elsewhere. Great for COVID. Yes, I've mentioned the big C word. So basically all you need now is a pen and pencil or a piece of paper, and write down some numbers 1 to 10 5 times basically for your 50 questions. So that's your first round, TV and film then. Might as well jump straight into it and get started. So then, round 1, TV and film, question 1. Which actor played James Bond in 1995? There've been quite a few Bonds, but who was Bond in 1995? Question 2. How many Tomb Raider movies have there been? And question number 3 on TV and film. Which actor plays Iron Man? Question number 4. Now here's a difficult one unless you're a big Simpsons fan. What's the house number of the Simpsons household? Do you know what number's on the door? I do believe in earlier episodes it changed a few times, but then they settled on a number, and it's been the same number for a long time. What is it? Question number 5. What's the name of the prison in the film The Rock? I'm getting my head in the way there, aren't I? And who is the director of Reservoir Dogs? That's number 6 on your TV and film. Question 7. Heads in the way again. What is the pseudonym of Alan Stewart Koningsberg? What's he better known as? Put my head in the way. I can see this is going to be a current theme with my head being in the way. Question number 8. I know it's just come to the end of the current one of I'm a Celeb, but who was the winner in 2018? Can you remember? Seems like a long time ago, but it's not really, is it? Who won I'm a Celeb, Get Me Out of Here in 2018? Question 9. Heads in the way. Which actor travelled with the circus at the age of 15 and was a tamer? And your last question on TV and film. How many Oscars did the Titanic movie win? It won a few, but how many was it? Moving on then, next round. So round 2, history. First question. Which King of England was crowned on Christmas Day? It's a little bit before my time. Question 2. Who was assassinated by Nethurum gods in 1948? I think there's another assassination question in a few questions' time. So Nethurum gods, who was he and who did he kill? Question 3. In which city was the Titanic built? Oops, flashed up the maybe the answer. Question 4. What was the original name of the Royal Air Force? After that, if anybody gets the last question wrong, I don't know. I give up. Hope we missed it. Question 5 on history. Which city was the capital of Australia from 1901 to 1927? Which capital city, done it again, which city was the capital of Australia from 1901 to 1927? Can't read today, it's in celebration of finishing work I think. Need to drink less. What Viking is said to have discovered America? Probably a lot of people didn't think they travelled that far. Surprising where they went in them boats. And question number 7 on history. Here's the assassination question. Who is the only British Prime Minister to be assassinated? Question number 8. What was the former name of New York? What was it called before its current name? So question number 9 then. How many UK monarchs were there in the 20th century? Last question on history, number 10. It's a good one this. The inhabitants of which English town hung a monkey during the Napoleonic Wars? Apparently they thought the monkey was a French spy. Don't ask. So they hung him. Or her. Don't know which sex it was. So that ends history. What's your next round, I hear you're asking? Well, it is music. 10 questions on music. So straight in with the next question then. Question 1 on music. Which Beatle led the way across the zebra crossing on the Abbey Road album cover? You must have all seen it, it's a famous album cover. But which Beatle was walking in front? Question 2. Which group formed in 1977 and then named themselves after their financial status at that time? It's a good job there wasn't an English band, otherwise they call themselves Skint. It's a clue. Question 3. Which pop singer married Debbie Rowe? A marriage that surprised a few people, but who did she marry? Question 4. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to make myself a little bit smaller. There we go, look at that. Out of the way of the question. Things I do for you, eh? Which boy's name was the title of the debut album released by Amy Winehouse? She used a boy's name for the name of the album. What was it? Question 5. Here's a good one. What's the surname of the singer Rihanna? Music question 6. Which Spice Girl released the album Schizophonic? Worth a guess? Question number 7. In which American state is the museum called the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame? You hear it mentioned quite a lot, don't you, the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame? Wow, which state is it in? Question number 8. What is the lowest male singing voice? I can't sing in any voice, so it's no good to me. Question 9. How is Gordon Sumner better known? Who is that guy? And last but not least on category music, question 10. Does a record turntable revolve clockwise or anti-clockwise? Some of our younger viewers probably won't even know what one of them is. if they do, they probably won't know which way it goes. So that's music over and done with. Our next round is science and nature. So round 4, science and nature, question 1. Who invented Ferrari? Who's the founder? Question number 2. Which planet is nearest the Sun? And just how the weather's been recently, it's definitely not this one. Summer is definitely over. And question number 3 on science and nature. What is the most fractured human bone? Apparently there's a bone that is broke more often than any other. I must admit, I've broke mine. I broke a few bones, so I think I must have been thinking I was a stuntman when I was a kid. Question 4. Who invented vulcanized rubber? That's the process of making rubber harder, longer lasting. Kind of stuff you use on tyres. And question number 5. What colour do you get when you mix red and white? See, they're not all hard. Question 6. What is the name of the Indian Holy River? Question 7. What is both a French wine region and a luxury American car? Question 8. What kind of animal is the largest living creature on Earth? And question number 9. What colour comes after red in the rainbow? A rainbow's always the same sequence of colours, so what colour comes after red? And your last question on science and nature, question 10. Which bird can swim but cannot fly? So your next round, your next set of 10 questions is on the subject. Every subject, it's general knowledge, something for everyone. So question 1, round 5, general knowledge. Which food chain did Madonna work at? This is before she became famous, obviously. She doesn't do it as a part-time job. Don't think she needs the money. By the way, I hope you're all drinking as well. I'm not drinking on my own. Wouldn't be right, would it? Question 2. In which European city can you find the home of Anne Frank? Question number 3. How many stars has the American flag got? Question 4. How long is the Great Wall of China? Apparently the only man-made object we can see from space. Question 5. In which city is the oldest zoo in the world? There was a zoo in the news this week, weren't there? A monkey escaped from its enclosure. In its bid for freedom, it decided to run through the lion enclosure where it got ate. So its freedom was short-lived. So I just thought I'd throw that in there. Question number 6. According to the Bible, who was the first murderer? And question number 7. Which 2 months are named after Roman emperors? Question number 8. In what year did Princess Diana die? How good's your memory? Can you remember where you was and what you was doing at that time? And does that give you a clue of what year it was? Question number 9. Which famous British women murderer of the 19th century was never arrested? Never got caught. Okay then, your last question. How do you think you're doing? How many eyes does a honeybee have? 1, 4 or 5? It's got to be said, all 3 of them answers are a little bit strange, aren't they? By the way, leave a comment in the comments section. Let me know how you did on the questions, how many you've got. If you've got any constructive criticism, let me know. Are the questions going too fast, too slow? Are they too hard, too easy? Yeah, I don't mind. A bit of criticism might improve the quiz. Don't be too harsh though, because it might hurt my feelings. So then, it's that time. By the way, remember you can subscribe if you want to get reminders when there's quizzes uploaded. You'll get a little alert. You won't be spammed, you'll just get a little alert. When I upload a video, you'll get a little an alert saying there's a video of another quiz. Oh, that's yeah. Let's get back to the beginning. Give you the last answer before the first one. It's handy, innit? So there you go then. The James Bond in 1995 was of course Pierce Brosnan. There was 3 Tomb Raider movies. 2001, 2003 and 2018, the more recent one. I think the first 2 was Angelina Jolie. Robert Downey Jr. is Iron Man, of course he is. I bet there's a few people out there that could see him but couldn't remember his name. Question 4. 742 Evergreen Terrace. That is the address for Homer Simpson and his unruly child Bart that we all love. Alcatraz is the Rock. It closed in 1963 and it's now a museum apparently. Quentin Tarantino was the director of Reservoir Dogs. And Woody Allen is the real name of Alan Stewart Konigsberg is the real name of Woody Allen. And Harry Redknapp, remember? Yes, it's coming back to you now. Was winner in 2018 of I'm a Celeb. And the actor that joined the circus and was a tamer is Chuck Norris. And the lions were scared, they was very scared. 11 Oscars Titanic had won. Now that's a lot of Oscars. And history. It was William the First, or well, except William the Conqueror. He was crowned on Christmas Day. That was after defeating King Harold II at Battle of Hastings. Just in case you needed to know that. Mahatma Gandhi was assassinated by Nathuram Godse. And if you didn't get this right, well, I've no idea because I did actually give the answer away. Belfast is where the Titanic was built. And the original name for the Royal Air Force is the Royal Flying Corps. Melbourne was the capital of Australia from 1901 to 1927. What Viking is said to have discovered America? It was Eric the Red. And no, that's not Eric Cantona. If someone's put Eric Cantona, that's not him. Different guy. And Spencer Perceval was assassinated. He's the only Prime Minister to have been assassinated. New York was originally called New Amsterdam. Well, if you guessed that one right, well done. There has been 6 UK monarchs in the 20th century. And last question on history, number 10. The ones that hung the monkey that they thought was a French spy was Hartlepool. Shame on you. If you're from Hartlepool, leave us a comment. Number 1 on music then. John Lennon was the Beatle in front on the zebra crossing. And there you go. Dire Straits. That's what the financial status in 1977 was, so that was the name of the band. It's as good a reason as any. Yes, do you remember now? Michael Jackson married Debbie Rowe. Strange marriage that was. And the name of Amy Winehouse's first album is Frank. Rihanna Fenty is the name. And question 6. The Spice Girl that released the album Schizophonic is Geri Halliwell. We'll also accept Ginger Spice because somebody will have wrote that. Famous for wearing the Union Jack skirt or dress. Question number 7. Ohio is the state where the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame is situated. And the lowest male singing voice is bass. How low can you go? Or just bass. Question 9. Gordon Sumner is better known as Sting, of course he is. Lead singer of The Police. And the last question on music. A turntable, when playing records, of course, turns clockwise. So, the answer to question 1 on science and nature. Enzo Ferrari was the founder and creator of Ferrari. They of course named a car after him. There was an Enzo car. That was always worth a guess, wasn't it really? Mercury is the nearest planet to the Sun. And the clavicle, or better known as the collarbone, is the most fractured human bone. It's a little bit surprising that really, but I know I brought mine. Now here's the thing. Question 4. Who invented vulcanised rubber? Mainly for tyres. Charles Goodyear. Now you're assuming straight away that's Goodyear tyres. Well, Charles Goodyear died before Goodyear tyres was formed. He died in 1860 and Goodyear tyres were formed in 1898. They were formed in his name. What colour do you get when you mix red and white? Of course, nice easy one, pink. Or rosé if you're drinking wine. And the Indian holy river is the Ganges. The answer to question 7. What is both a French wine region and a luxury American car? It is a Cadillac. What kind of animal is the largest living creature on Earth? It is of course a whale, a blue whale. If you got a blue whale, well done. And question 9 on science and nature. What colour comes after red in the rainbow? It is orange. But of course, if you sing the song, I think it's yellow, isn't it? So the song's wrong. Someone needs to rewrite the lyrics. Last question on science and nature. It's a penguin. Of course it is. And then our last round was of course general knowledge. So number 1 on general knowledge is Madonna worked at Dunkin' Donuts. I wonder if that's the next chain that we're going to get over here from America. We've got everybody out, we've got all the others, haven't we? I don't mind a donut. Anne Frank's home is in Amsterdam. And there are 50 stars on the American flag. They put 1 star on the flag for every question in this quiz. True fact. Question number 4. The Great Wall of China is 4,000 miles long. That's a lot of bricks. And the oldest zoo in the world is in Vienna. The first murderer was Cain. He killed his brother Abel with a rock, as you do. And the answer to question 7, which 2 months are named after Roman emperors? July and August. Julius and Augustus, obviously. Question number 8. Princess Diana died in 1997. Question 9. They've just uploaded a series on Netflix about this. It's worth a watch. Which famous British women murderer of the 19th century was never arrested? Of course, is Jack the Ripper. And the last question of the whole quiz, number 10. How many eyes does a honeybee have? It's of course 5, which I give you the answer to this right at the beginning because I'm an idiot. But 5 eyes. Seems strange to me. Leave a comment, of course, and anything you like, whether it's constructive criticism. There will be another quiz. Next week is a Christmas special, so there will be 15 questions per round. And it's all about Christmas, so tune in for that. That'll be 9 o'clock next Friday, which is of course Christmas Day. By the time you've eaten too much and drunk too much and too many nuts, you'll be just in time for the quiz, so tune in for that, and I'll meet you then. So that's it for this week. I'll see you again next week and every other week. Of course, if you want to do this quiz again with friends, and of course you'll know the answers, but you'll be able to look clever in front of your friends, this will be online on the YouTube channel to be played as many times as you like. Remember, next week, invite as many friends, get people involved, use WhatsApp, whatever method of messaging you do. Of course, I'll be grateful if you all tune in. Wouldn't like to do this and nobody will be watching, that'd be just silly, wasn't it? So, until next time, goodbye.